Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here we have a great article from Fierce Telecom. I will leave it in the description down below so you guys could check it out. Open access networks could give T-Mobile a seat at the fiber table. Now, I want to be very clear about the opening paragraph on this article. T-Mobile appears to be eyeing a serious move into the U.S. fiber market. There is absolutely no indication at this point in time that T-Mobile is eyeing a serious move into the U.S. fiber market. They have confirmed plans to add it to a few cities, but T-Mobile never came out with a statement and said, hey, we're going to deploy this new T-Fiber in 50 cities. They never came out and confirmed that. So I just wanted to clarify that right off the top. So I want to be very open. And like I said, I'll leave this article in the description down below so you guys can check it out. So I'm going to be very open and honest here, right? T-Mobile started the pilot program in New York City, Manhattan in August of 2021. Then after that, we got some internal leaks from Bloomberg that T-Mobile is potentially looking at partnering with a company on this fiber build, right? So that gives you an indication that T-Mobile is maybe interested in fiber, right? For one, we know right off the bat, they are not building the fiber on their own. They don't have enough CapEx set aside at this point in time to build fiber on their own or to carve out money out of the 9 to 10 billion for fiber. So that does not mean that T-Mobile is broke and they can't afford it, right? Like I say, you got to follow the numbers. T-Mobile is guiding a $16 to $18 billion free cash flow by 2025. That's more free cash flow than Verizon and AT&T are going to carry at that same time, in that same year. T-Mobile at that point can easily take 3 to 4 billion out of that free cash flow and fund a fiber build. So then that would raise the capex to a 13, 14, 15 billion dollar capex. They could get started. They would start very slow, right? Or very small, I should say. But they could do that at that point in time, right? If they so choose to. I'm speculating here, but that's what the numbers show. Once they grow that free cash flow, they're going to be more flexible to make these types of moves, right? A lot of people are saying maybe Deutsche Telekom could fund them. No, Deutsche Telekom, they're out of the equation. T-Mobile is way bigger of a company than Deutsche Telekom. T-Mobile makes way more profit than Deutsche Telekom. T-Mobile USA is at a market cap of $187 billion and growing. It's going to be hard for a U.S.-owned company to buy T-Mobile or to help T-Mobile in that regard, right? Just for perspective, right? If a Comcast or a Charter or whatever wanted to buy T-Mobile, they probably couldn't afford to, because T-Mobile comes with assets and spectrum and all that other stuff. They probably couldn't afford it. It would be very expensive to buy T-Mobile today, and let alone in 2025, it would even be more expensive to buy T-Mobile. T-Mobile, some people don't want to realize it. Some people don't want to believe it. T-Mobile is becoming a behemoth of a company in size. Right? If you look at their ARPA, average price per account, they have the best ARPA in the industry. They might not be up there in ARPU yet, but their ARPA is growing, and they're doing it very, very smartly. So again, take this with, temper your expectations, I should say. Right now, there isn't any indication that T-Mobile is going big on fiber. They're going all out. It looks like they're going to be introducing something that really hasn't been seen much, but sort of like an MVNO model to the fiber game. Right? They're going to be leasing back the fiber from a third party to fund this. So the profits are not going to be as much as it would be if they were rolling out their own fiber, because again, the owner economics, they do work. But if this is going to work for T-Mobile, and if this is going to make them more profits, grow the base and make them more successful, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? That's the approach that I would take. T-Mobile has been leasing its fiber since HSPA days. They leased its fiber or backhaul the entire LTE decade. And 3 years in on the 5G decade, they're leasing fiber again. So there's no indication right now that they're going to go to a owner's economics model and connect fiber to the cell site, or their own fiber to the cell site. That's not happening. Are they going to be eventually aggressive in the M&A space on potentially buying somebody or merging with somebody? That's a possibility, but that won't happen until way in the future, right? We still have 2023, 2022, and 2025. Believe it or not, there is still going to be some merger integration going on in 23, 24, and 25. There's still going to be Sprint Keep sites. There are still going to be expansion sites. There's still going to be some billing migration happening within those years. Outside of 2025, I could potentially see T-Mobile, engaging in the M&A space on fiber. But for now, they're gonna sit still. They're gonna stay put. They're not gonna do anything out of the ordinary. T-Mobile is a very disciplined company. That's for one. That's something you gotta look at by history. They are a very disciplined company. They are not gonna do anything out of the ordinary, right? They are very conservative when they put out guidance. They usually beat that guidance. So anything that you see by 2025, the $16 to $18 billion free cash flow, the 7 to 8 million fixed wireless access numbers, there is, I'm about 97% sure that there is a possibility that T-Mobile exceeds those numbers. They always guide conservative. They did it during LTE. They're doing it again during 5G. You got to look at T-Mobile for what they are. They are competitive. They have a smart executive team. They know how to run that company, and they know where to hit the competition where it hurts. They just know how to do it perfectly. The branding is there. The perception is growing. It's lining up. They're going to be a big player in the space. They're going to be something that Verizon and AT&T are going to have to pay attention to and are going to have to adjust to. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.